Hello, algebra students. Mr. Lawrence here, and this is the video for a happy Halloween. Hopefully no ghosts and goblins get you while you're doing your problems. Anyway, it's going to be a bit of a review video, things we've already done, but we haven't mentioned a little bit. We're getting ready to go somewhere kind of big, and we got to make sure we know how to do these two things before we can get there. So let's just quickly divide monomials. Okay, that's what we're going to do first. Now, if you'd like, you can pause the video and do them ahead of time. Okay, here comes my solution. Of course, I like to rewrite it as a fraction, and you'll see why soon, why I think this is such a good idea. And then I know that 9 is going to go into 36 4 times. Okay, and I know that x to the 5th goes into x7, x squared. I didn't really say that right. X to the 7th divided by x to the 5th is going to be x squared. And there's my answer. Now, some of you are pretty sharp and going, hey, 36 divided by 9, well, I know that's 4. And a 7 and a 5 and a 2. Pretty strange. All right. So let's go on down to number 2 here. Again, I love to have it written as a fraction. over x to the 9th, y to the 6th, z. Okay, and I know 12 goes into 144 12 times. I know that x to the 10th divided by x to the 9th, there's going to be 10 x's being multiplied in the numerator. 9 in the denominator. 9 of them are going to cancel with 9 in the numerator. There's going to be 1 x left, or an x to the first. Same thing with the y's. There's going to be a y to the first left. And the z's, it looks like there's going to be a z to the 7th left. And there you go. All right, now number 3 might look kind of strange. I'm going to talk about it 2 ways. First, I'm going to do it using my fractions. And so, that's weird. Let me see. X to the 4th, and then over x to the 5th, right? And then boom, 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 boom. There's a 1 left up here, isn't there? So my answer is 1 over x. Well, that's kind of weird. I've never seen that before. Now, some of you had figured out a shortcut that when I divide like bases, I subtract the denominator, or I subtract the exponents, right? 7 minus 5 is 2. That's where the 2 is coming from, 7 minus 5. Here, let's see. What's 10 minus 9? Oh, it's 1, and I got x to the first power, didn't I? And then 7 minus 6, that's also 1. 8 minus 1 is 7. Oh, okay. So if I was going to do it that way, I must have an x to the 4 minus 5, which would be negative first. Kind of looks like I have 2 separate answers here, doesn't it? We'll have to talk about that more in the near future. X to the first and 1 over x. I did the problem legitimately 2 different ways, but I get seemingly 2 different answers. All right, well, let's just put that on the shelf for now. If you think you know why that happened, don't ask your dad and then come in and act like you know it, because that'll be painfully obvious. But if you think you know why or what this means, you can tell me. If not, we'll be exploring it soon. All right, let's see here. Let me see. All right, solving by undistributing. First, I got to find the GCF, which I think in this problem is just going to be a 3. So I'm going to divide both terms by 3. And I'm going to get 3 times the quantity of 2x minus 1 equals 0. Now I take all the quantities, set them equal to 0. So I'm going to do 2x minus 1, set it equal to 0. And there's no variable here, so the 3 can never turn to 0, so I can just ignore it. I can just write 3 does not equal 0. So this problem is only going to have one solution. I'm going to add 1 to both sides. I'll get 2x equals 1. Dividing by 2 will get me x equals 1/2. There you go. Now, on problem 2, somebody has already undistributed for us. We have 2 quantities equal to 0. So I'm going to take the first quantity, 4x plus 5, set it equal to 0. And I'll take the second quantity, 2x minus 1, set it equal to 0. So add 1 here. I just did this one, didn't I? 2x equals 1. Divide by 2. X will equal 1/2. There you go. Now I'll subtract 5 from both sides. I'll get 4x equals negative 5. I'll divide by 4, divide by 4. X is going to be negative 1 and 1/4. Okay, so there's the two solutions to it. All right, one more. We're going to get some practice with this in class. One more will be, let's see, let's find the GCF. And I think in this case, it's going to be an 8x cubed, right? And so I'm going to divide by an 8x cubed, divide by an 8x cubed. So my GCF comes out front, and I'm going to have a 2x minus 1. Man, that's really familiar. It just keeps coming up. I wonder, too bad I can't play that on a lottery, because that number just keeps coming up all the time. I take the 2x minus 1 equal to 0. I'm not going to show all the steps, because you know by now x equals 1/2. And then I've got to take this one. See, can that quantity turn to 0? Sure it can. Yeah, 8x cubed equals 0. So I'll divide by 8, divide by 8, x cubed equals 0. 0 divided by 8 is 0. And then I will take the cubed root of both sides. And so I'm asking myself, what number times itself again equals 0? And the answer, of course, is 0. So this is x equals 1/2. And x equals 0. Of course, if you want to do the solution set, you can go like this. All right, that's it. It was just a quick review. Make sure you watch that. Not going to be a video quiz with this one. So Mr. Lawrence signing off. Have a good night, everybody.